Tennessee may be in the eastern part of the United States, but in the early 20th century, Knoxville got a taste of the Wild West. Digital storyteller William Winnett shares the story of an outlaw in the Old City.
1901, on a cold December night in the Old City.
It was called the Bowery. Bunch of saloons and bunch of ladies of the evening.
An outlaw walked into Ike's Saloon on current-day Central Avenue.
Harvey Logan was the meanest man that ever came here.
Logan was a counterfeiter, a former member of the recently disbanded Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Gang, and the wildest member of the Wild Bunch.
Everybody in the West was after him, had a big price on his head.
Known as Kid Curry, Logan blew into Knoxville to be with his girlfriend, but on this night, he ran into local tough guy Luther Brady. The two men came to blows over a game of pool, with Logan getting the upper hand.
He knocked him out with his gun barrel. Just, it's the way they did it back then. They just hit a guy across the nose and break his nose and knock him out. That's better than shooting a guy. But somebody went after the law.
The officers on the beat that night were Robert Saylor and William Dinwiddie. When they entered the saloon, Logan shot Saylor 3 times before Dinwiddie splintered his billy stick over Harvey. Dinwiddie was then shot in the chest, and Logan escaped.
He jumped out what he thought was a back door, but it wasn't a regular door. It was just a place where they threw trash out. And he fell straight down into a ditch, bunch of rocks and concrete down there.
Days after the brawl, Logan was found near Jefferson City. He was brought back to Knoxville, treated for his injuries, and then thrown in jail. When word spread that the famous Kid Curry was being held in East Tennessee, thousands came out to get a glimpse of the famous outlaw. He was behind bars for 18 months.
And in the summer of 1903, he escaped. Back in those days, I used to use a wire around the broom, and he took that wire loose from that broom, and he put it around a guard's neck and threatened to choke him to death.
He turned window trim into a pole and retrieved a shoebox with 2 guns at the end of the hallway, let himself out of his cell, and escaped the jail. He found the sheriff's horse and took off down the Gay Street Bridge. The horse was eventually found grazing in South Knoxville. Harvey Logan was nowhere in sight.
Officers Dinwiddie and Saylor succumbed to their wounds, and in 1904, Harvey Logan died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound after a shootout in Parachute, Colorado.